co je mrtvé, nemůže zemřít. Vítejte u dalšího dílu na Let's Play sérii na hru Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Mé jméno Adecol a my jdeme pokračovat dál. Tam ta vrána... Mě zajímalo, co to je. Že ona tady furt krouží. No, my jdem pokecat s tím červem.
Now, of course, we need to head to the menhir. If I've read the notes correctly, the ritual has the best chance of success if we perform it after nightfall. No time to lose. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll rid our lands of this Camelot scum. Now I need to prepare myself, but I'll be waiting for you by the menhir after nightfall.
No a to je zrovna teďka. No a tady se mi to seklo, když jsem odcházel, tak uvidíme. Super. No jo. A tak jistota je jistota. Jo. No tak asi půjdem. Už mě se nechce, no. Mně se nechce. Máme hodně pavučin, takže jsme dobrý. On už tamhle čeká. A tady je ještě úkol, že tady by se měl nacházet ten Palamédův štít. A ten je nahoře, takže ho zkusíme.
It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh? Hey?
No. Zase u těch dvou.
So, it's done. The menhir is alive once more. This changes everything. The people of Cornot will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your menhir belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Cornot, not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Denholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Cornot, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the menhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return. people I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins.
Takže tady pán Kuanachtu sebral svoje koule z podlahy a snaží se něco udělat. Ale zase potřebuje moji pomoc.
I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place. A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the men here is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Connacht. For some, it might even serve as a chance for a change in scenery. Approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters. Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Connacht.
Proto jsem říkal, že je pak důležitý právě tyhle ty tři postavy řešit s nimi ty úkoly a pomáhat jim kvůli tomuhle, no.
I should stay out of trouble.
Jo, to bys měl, no.
You startled me.
No. Takže tady se někdo vypraví se svatým králem. Každopádně jsem čekal, že bude trošku víc vidět ten rituál, ale nedal jsem to. Omdlel jsem. Tamhle asi bude nahoře Niante, takže ji vezmeme jako první.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission. All Mother guide you.
Děkuju. Takže Niante máme. Peří, no tak. Já jsem... aha. Červ, jo. Ale to stejně úplně moc nepomáhá, ale tak pro efekt. Máme ještě ten úkol, jak jsem chtěl. Jo. Štít. Druhá relikvie.
This is my shield, but there's no part of my soul inside. We need to look somewhere else. But I can feel the missing part. Close. Maybe it's the men here. Maybe it needs something from us.
Proto jsem ten úkol nedělal. Protože část Artušovy duše není v tom štítu. Ježiši! Se leknul krávena. No. Vypadá to, že ten menher fakt funguje, no. Tady mám oheň.
Really? What for? The menhir burns beautifully. Nothing bad can happen now. Ah, yes. That makes sense. I can see it now. And he sent you to me. How unexpected. You know, recent events have really given me a lot to think about. My head feels, lighter somehow. Turns out the world isn't ending after all. And I don't need to stock up on mushroom brew to survive. Besides, I have this feeling that Lady Fate might still have a plan or two left in store for me. Joining the Holy Mission. That sounds like one of them. Tell Yvain I'm ready to join the expedition, and I'll gladly stand by his side.
Super. Prosím, nepadej, hro. Děkuji za splnění mého přání. A my jdeme ještě za tím Yvainem. To je krásný, když máte ty ohně takhle připravený. Můžu projít? Jo. Super. No, on spí. Jasně, protože tak je noc, viď? No, tak dobře. Super. Darec.
Beor's fully recovered. He's doing well and making his own decisions. He doesn't need an old man hovering over him anymore. And, well, to be honest, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm proud of him, but you didn't hear that from me.
Neboj se.
You've done right by me, so I'll give you some advice. This whole expedition is madness, but as they say, sometimes there's method in madness. And I'll admit, I'm glad these old bones can still be useful. I might not think much of our Lord, but I won't turn my back on him when he needs help. This isn't just about him. It's about our home. I'll do whatever I can for Kuanacht. Tell Yvain he can count on me, even if it's the last journey I'll ever take.
Takže máme všechny tři. Díky tomu, že tady kovářský už se mnou budeš mluvit. Nebudeš. Dobře, tak si nech ty tvoje zásoby, já ti taky nic prodávat nebudu. Dáme se, jestli máme ty krunýře. Ne. Tak. smolík. A teďka půjdeme teda tou zkratkou nahoru za Ivainem. A docela dobrá partička. Druid, který už nemusí pít houbičkový odvar. Kněžka, která už je celá a umí léčit. A pak tady je kovářský, který má silnou hlavu, silný paže, protože pořád, když ho vidím a jdu kolem, tak do té kovadliny buší jak hluchý dovrat. Takže jo, ten Ivain je bude potřebovat. Super.
Stay quiet. Stay safe.
Jo, ty máš vždycky jakých rady, prosím tě.
What news? The people I told you about. Have any of them agreed to join me on the quest for the Holy Grail?
Kamo, co jako, za co mě máš?
Now that is truly wonderful news. You've achieved what seemed impossible. I'm grateful that fate has guided you to my side. With Niante, Magat, and Ifra, we shall strive to restore hope to the people of Kurnocht. You've done me a great favor, so allow me to repay you. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Kurnocht and earned my deepest gratitude. Let my repayment be the blessing my lineage received from King Arthur himself. Be the shield that watches over Kurnocht, as House Terion has done for generations.
Tohleto požehnání byla část Artušovy duše. Tady máme ten Excalibur, tuhletu runu. Tady máme runu štítu.
I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful. I am the wall between order and ruin.
A budeme mít další část skládačky.
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now.
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again.
Palamédův, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the Horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamédův. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility?
I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamédův. You never have. Carry it for Avalon, and may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come.
Proto. Proto. Krásně udělaný.
Now I understand. The shield isn't an object. It's the bloodline itself. But I also remember the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades, but corruption, compromise. Cowardice. Palamédův understood that. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the kingdom we were trying to build. Lord Yvain, a joke of a man. A mere shadow of his ancestor. Not worthy of his title, nor of leading his people. I tried to build something lasting. Something that wouldn't depend on me to survive. I distributed power, tied it to oaths, not blood. Gave regions autonomy, left behind symbols to bind them. But what we've seen so far, that's not a kingdom. That's theater. People playing at being lords and commanders, taking on roles they don't even understand.
Souhlasím s tebou, Artuši. No, to by mě zajímalo.
Merlin wanted me to become a symbol. But I realized that one person, one myth, won't be enough. This kingdom needed more. It needed to stand on stronger foundations. And so, I left mementos behind, to serve as cornerstones for various facets of the kingdom. It seems we were both wrong about this. I named his bloodline the Shield of Kuurnacht, and granted them dominion over this menhir, with full autonomy. The land here is among the richest in Avalon. This place was meant to stand as a counterweight to Camelot's rising power.
Mělo.
Yes, the situation is complex, but that is precisely the burden of a leader. Complexity does not excuse paralysis, and yet they sit in deadlock, doing nothing, while the world around them fractures. Turn every resource toward understanding why the weirdness is returning and stopping it. Hiding in Camelot is cowardice. Staying here? Stupidity. But what I would do doesn't matter. This is precisely why Palamédův was made Avalon's shield. To judge for himself what serves the people. even if it meant standing against me. All I've seen here is fear. Indecisive men wearing the mask of power. But their power comes from symbols they don't even understand. And when a decision needs to be made, they hesitate. When danger appears, they flinch. Denholm, commander of Camelot's forces, is incapable of acting without direct orders. Yvain, a descendant of Palamédův, yet too weak to stand against choices that harm his people. Their fear breeds indecision. If you cannot choose, you cannot protect. And if you cannot protect, Avalon rots. It was you the men here responded to, and you who rekindled it. You did all the work, turned the situation into something Yvain could exploit. Without that, Kuanacht would still be waiting. For what? A miracle? That's why I have to come back. Without us, without hands that act, this land just waits and rots. We gave our people peace, but they've come to take it for granted. Perhaps those who live without struggle grow soft, and in comfort, they let go of their values. Symbols, without the will to uphold them, are little more than ornament. Well, my friend, they still call me the once and future king. Still hold feasts in my name. Feasts won't save them, but action might. We've wasted enough time. Let's move to the Forlorn Swords and find my crown. Let's make me whole. It's the last hope for this wretched kingdom of ruin.
No. Se asi nemůžeme už promluvit, teď jsme spolu mluvili, no. Máme 28 minut. A bych nechtěl, aby se tohleto nenahrálo, takže tady ukončím. Minulá epizoda byla nějaká 20 minut, takže tímto byste měli mít jednu celou plnohodnotnou epizodu rozdělenou na 2 části. No a pokud se vám tahle epizoda líbila, budu rád jako vždy za like, koment, odběr. A budu se těšit na další pokračování, protože tahle hra je pecka. Ale do té doby, co je mrtvé, nemůže zemřít.